Yes. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'd like to welcome all of our guests here tonight, our new staff, our new teachers. We're very excited to have you here. Last time I saw you, we were eating hot dogs, brats, and cheeseburgers. Sorry, nothing like that today. But opportunity to meet all of the board, except for one who's on virtually on the phone. But I'd like to welcome you to our district. And now I'm going to turn it over to our building leaders. I'll start with Dom.
Hi. So I'm very excited to welcome 3 new staff to Viking. We have Kate Drake, who is our new multilingual learner teacher, primarily teaching our newcomers and also supporting our 7th grade classes. We have Emily Jacobs, special education teacher, and Teresa Carpentier, special education teacher. So I'm very grateful that they decided to join us and that they are having fun at Viking.
And I'm terrible at remembering. All right, I am excited to introduce the new staff for River Trail School. First, we'll start with Anaid Hernandez. She's our new K-1 bilingual teacher. We have Amy Jenkins, who's back to District 56 as our instructional coach. We have Jenny Barrera, who's one of our new K-1 teachers and a District 56 grad. And actually, her teacher might be sitting over there. And then we have Stephanie Ocampo, who is our 2-3 bilingual teacher. And we have Gina Carcioni, who is our 2-3 teacher. And we just had Katie Seaver join us. She is our middle school language arts teacher.
PT here with us. We have Jenny Spiegel, our new speech language pathologist, and Beatrice Bedoya. She is our 3rd grade bilingual teacher. So there's 2, but we have more, but they're not with us today, but we are very excited for them to join us, and they've had a great start already.
On behalf of Spalding, I'm honored to introduce you to 6 fabulous new educators in our District 56 community. We have 3 new special education teachers. Carly Henkluski is special education resource. Gretchen Meyer is also special education resource. And Mary Gould Moorhead is our self-contained teacher in our K-2 structured learning classroom. And that's not all. We also have 2 new 1st grade teachers. We have Mandy McDonald and Lexi Imhoff, and a new 2nd grade teacher, Noelle Limon.
And who just joined us. Jennifer Jasinski is one of our new 5th grade teachers who comes with a bunch of joy. If you haven't seen her shirt, kind people are her kind of people.
On behalf of the board, and anybody of our board can certainly speak, we are very excited to have you here as part of our district. As I told you a couple weeks ago, this is a great district, great people, great staff, great leaders, and know that the 7 of us, I know there's 6 that you can physically see, we're here to help you be successful, because if you're successful, then the district's successful. You are our frontline people, and we know how well and how hard you all work, and we appreciate. And we're not even going to make you stay for the whole board meeting. I thought about it for a second, but decided, nah, I won't let you do that. So if any of my colleagues on the board would like to make a comment, certainly feel free.
Welcome to District 56. We're excited to work with you.
I believe I have the power to say now you are free to leave.
Go ahead. Thank you. We have 2 more.
I know.
It's okay. Yes. Yes.
On YouTube or like is it like a I never found it.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, it took us longer to get here. Ariana's also in the parking lot. She's just
Oh, sure, rat her out.
Maddie Zizzo teaches 5th grade with Jennifer, and Lizzie Kemp is our new 4th grade teacher. And Ariana Pacetto Hall, who's in the parking lot. Tell her we said, hey, she's still coming through.
she's on her in coming in.
Last one's here and have to stay. Did you know that?
It's very, they like to be dramatic. Dramatic entrances.
We're so sorry. Seriously, we apologize.
Ariana
I
Pacetto Hall.
missed it.
But I introduced, so Ariana teaches 3rd grade. So these are this is our new group.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, Martine, you're on now after that.
Oh, approval of the minutes, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Got to do the approval of the minutes. I'm so excited to hear the financial report. Any questions on the minutes? If we don't have any questions, can I have a motion, please?
I move the Board of Education approve the minutes from the July 22nd, 2026 regular meeting as presented.
Second.
Roll call. Aye.
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 Well done, Mandy. All right, now we're ready for you, Martine.
Perfect, thank you. So the current cash and investment balance as of July 31st, 2026 is $30,687,927.06. Our revenue for July was $1,822,345.20. This includes 3 property tax levy payments, the State of Illinois Comptroller Personal Property Replacement Tax payments, Title I School Improvement Grant, and the NLX rebate for energy conservation efforts. Notice that as of right now, in the financial summary report, everything shows as unencumbered. That will turn into real numbers once the board approves the budget after the September board meeting. For the expenditures of July, we had $3,256,093.47. This includes employee salary and benefits, retirement system payments, the network upgrade that happened over the summer, payments for the Kintra construction, tuition to the Lake County ROE, Midwest Transit equipment bus lease, which we hope to approve today, the CEDAL tuition first initial payment, and a payment to Warren Township for shared services. I am asking the board to approve a revised bill for July for payments in the amount of $2,488,421.59. Please note that during the July board meeting, you already approved a payment of $1,615,769.90. The difference is from payroll liability, since in July we had a payroll run after the July 22nd board meeting. For the August bills, I am asking approval for payments of $3,448,747.87. For the activity fund, the beginning balance in the activity fund for the month of July was $117,670.81, with revenues totaling $458.52 and expenditures totaling $3,999.99. The ending balance for the activity fund for the end of July was $114,129.33.
Questions for Martine? Okay, need a motion?
Are we doing the July financial reports first and then the August bills, or are we doing or is it just one, both?
It comes in one. It's one motion.
It's one motion. Okay.
I'll do it.
Oh.
I move the Board of Education to approve the financial reports for July in addition to the revised July and regular August bills as payment as presented.
I'll second.
Aye.
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 For public participation, is anybody here to speak? Nope. All right, then we'll move on to the report of the superintendent.
All righty, we're going to start with district highlights, and I'm going to hand it over to, I believe it's Mrs. Rochager, right? Or who has the, oh, no. Down again. All right. So
Hi.
Harris.
Hi.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so the first day expectation and review assembly focused on fun and our 4 core values. Students played games to compete against one another and work together in teams for a marshmallow relay race. The 4 core values that we're highlighting at Viking this year, and every interaction we have with students, including conversations when we need them to renorm their behavior, are the District 56 values of being safe, respectful, responsible, and productive. Staff also took their annual photo this year, and this year we were joined by 6 new CEDAL staff. Classrooms are staffed by Candy Takis and Erin Labetete with their 4 paras that support them and the students that are in the building this year, and we're very excited to be partnering with them.
At River Trail, we kicked off the year with doing our PBIS training, lots of safety stuff. We did our bus evacuation drill day 1. Of course, Miss Frizzle had to show up and drive one of our I did that in quotes. She didn't really drive. She sat in the driver's seat, but if you know Mrs. Johnson, she's always up for a good outfit. We also had our first day of kindergarten. You can see there on the left-hand side some of our kinders. On their first day of school, we had a really great start for most of our students there. And then on the right-hand side is our PBIS training. We went through all the different locations. We did the lunchroom, the playground, we did the office. And then at the bottom, we had our PBIS assembly, where our choir from last year came up and sang our school song. And then this is actually our Institute Day. This was the very first day of school. We did, training for the teachers, and there's so much to get done in one day. So we did something a little bit different where we had an envelope with all the things they needed to learn, and they sat in circles and taught each other instead of us sitting and talking at all of them together. So we put them in mixed groups, and they learned everything they needed to know in 20 minutes.
All right, at Prairie Trail, we had some first day fun. On the top left, we have some friends in Miss Groom's class that did some team building, as well as in the bottom middle together. Miss Kemp's class, the diagonal from each other in the corners that you just met. We're super excited because day 1, she was embracing circles, which is part of what we're working on with our SEL goal continuously. And on the bottom right, Ms. Jasinski that you also just met, why not lay on the floor and get to know you with your partners in creative ways? And we had the pleasure of hosting Kagan on the Prairie. And I think this picture that encompasses most of what we're proud of not only the staff was amazing with their engagement, but we have staff that are in all different roles that embrace the training to interact with each other and building capacity with our staff in hopes that even our paras are one day going to be our future educators in building their own capacity. And last but not least, we have the pleasure this year of, speaking of building capacity, we have a student teacher this year, Mr. K, as well as our 4 resource teachers, and some of them might look familiar because one of the things we're so excited about is 2 of our classroom teachers have transferred over to the resource position. So all of the work that we're doing, we are very excited that they know our kids best and they're embracing a new role and ready to jump right in.
All right. At Spalding, I wanted to share with you first on August 11th, we welcomed Dr. Anissa Baker Busby, who is a Solution Tree consultant, in to work with our building leadership team on content from her book, Highly Effective Teams, and how we can work as a guiding coalition to move forward our work as a professional learning community. And this is the Kagan workshop that took place at Spalding School. So we had the K2 teachers from our building and from River Trail together, learning to implement structures that promote cooperative learning. And finally, some pictures from the first days of school. Up there in the upper left, that's Mrs. McDonald, you just met a few minutes ago with her first graders. On the right, some of Mrs. Green's students in our early childhood special education Education classroom. Bottom right, from the structured learning classroom that Ms. Moorhead, you met earlier today, is leading. And finally, Ms. Anzalone there is looking at her magic Play-Doh as it turns from white to blue, and some images of her kindergartners doing the same, and the principal happened to stop by, and the magic worked for me too. And that was not on the whole time.
All right, Lisa, I think this belongs to you.
So I'm excited to congratulate again our new staff here at District 56. We had our new educator orientation, and as we celebrated this evening, our new educators participated in onboarding activities to prepare them for the school year and then become familiar with our district. We've had a wonderful group of educators, and I look forward to the positive impact that they will have on our students. The photos that you see up there are all of the times, the stations that we have put them through over the three-day training. The one in the center, we did do a bus tour. The one in the center is there. I had them take a regular picture and then I forced them to take a candid one, and then I chose that one. To the right of that, we have them getting their laptops. Above that is our coach, Sheila Wells, doing a fabulous breakout session with them. And then the rest of those that are on there are of our coaches, and then just all of our new educators getting to know each other. The goal was for them not to only be onboarded and learn, but to also build a network with their cohort so that they know they can travel through and have people to connect to. Additionally, we completed a Super Kids training. It was a huge success. Super Kids is our K-2 literacy program, structured literacy at both River Trail and Spalding. And the feedback from the training was very positive, and we're looking forward to them using these tools to build our foundational skills with our youngest learners. And finally, as shared by the principals, the Kagan training took place on Tuesday, August 18th at each of the schools. I wanted to give you the overall evaluation score out of 5. 4.6 was the overall feedback, and some of the comments were from staff included fantastic, interesting, and engaging. This was presented in an engaging way. I'm walking away with things that can be put in place starting day 1. The posters for the classroom are a great tool. I thought the training was great with practical applications for my classroom. It was grounded in best practice, and I look forward to visiting our schools to see the engaged practice in action.
Great. Next slide. And this might look familiar to all of you, probably in this room. Yes, but yeah, no, it seems like so long ago, but it was a great day for us to participate in the Gurney Days Parade. Great turnout by all. It was a great time. We ran out of candy, so we'll buy more candy next year. But we had 12 bags of candy, and it all ran out. So we still had like a block and a half to go. And I was giving high fives to kids. We have no candy, but we have plenty of high fives.
I had candy by the fire station. I still had some.
Really?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
good. You were saving it.
I'm saving. I knew you guys would go through it,
Yeah.
so I knew I needed to be there.
Yeah. But no, it was a great way to, just that's always the signal of end of summer, start of the school year kind of kickoff, but that we have. So it was great time. I think that's it, right? Oh, there's one more.
Yeah.
You?
Me.
Yeah.
So since we approved the Chromebooks for our middle school, I took some photos on Friday and Monday of us handing them out, or the teachers handing them out. They were really happy, so all of them were just really excited, and I just wanted to take a couple photos and share it with the board of how happy they are that they switched from iPads to Chromebooks. So.
We also wanted to highlight some
preschool
first day of school candid moment.
I have to say, helping. I spent 2 or 3 days at Spalding, like welcoming kiddos in the morning, and it's like preschool teachers should get like a different award or something, because by the time I ran out to grab a backpack from my kid's car, like he was already like in the parking lot, so I had to go chase him a little bit. So I'm like, you have to hold on to this. Don't lose him. But no, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So thank you. Been great. All right. Any questions? Anything? No. All right. We're gonna go ahead and continue with department updates. I'm gonna start with Mr. Da Costa.
With our new staff starting earlier this month, we held an open enrollment presentation with new staff and all the great benefits that the board provides for them. Open enrollment for the new staff continues for 30 days after their official start date. We are in the process of coordinating our annual staff wellness event. For employees who carry our insurance, NIHIP comes out into the district and provides a wellness screening as well as an optional flu shot. The idea of the wellness screening is for staff members to know where they are with their health and, if need be, engage with their primary care physician to address anything that the screener shows in a preventative manner, and the screener is at no cost to the employees.
And I was so excited, I shared mine already. I think you should know, we had a lot of great things happen with our new educators, Super Kids curriculum, and our training.
Right.
All right, so we've been a little busy on pupil services side. Our special education grant was accepted by the Illinois State Board of Education on the first time, which is amazing. We also had our cardiac emergency response team trainings for every single building here at District. I also had the privilege of attending the Gurnee Police Department Safety Stars and Dilly Bars Back to School Bash, and I had the opportunity to sit in a school bus as well. I did not drive it though. We also had training with our new special education hires, and to kind of piggyback off of Dom, I had the opportunity to do our Safety I Love You Guys standard response training for our new Viking classrooms, and they were very appreciative of the one-on-one assistance.
In multilingual assessment, we are preparing for our first window of Ready Informed. Continue placing multilingual students as they register. I've been meeting with Boys and Girls Club to make sure we are ready for to start the program. That will be next Monday. Been working closely with transportation to make sure that all students participating in the program are bused to their respective buildings. And as of today, we have 132 students that are registered, 89 students attending by audience.
We've been busy bees here at the maintenance department as well. Our summer cleaning was, for the most part, successful. We had a few hiccups that we had to tidy up, but for the most part, they did a great job. Some of the highlights were we, as a team, we assembled over 100 pieces of furniture and changed out about just about 500 combo locker combinations. That was something new. We did have something exciting roll through the entire community. We did have a major storm that hit the district slightly. We did lose 4 trees in the district, and we lost numerous limbs around the district that we had to clean up in conjunction with the help from our contractor, because some of them were pretty large trees. We did have the sign damage at Spalding that was repaired. Luckily, it was not a total loss, but we got it back together. We've gone through major gutter cleaning at all 4 buildings now. The only thing that's left is the district building, but there was a lot of need there, and we don't have any more waterfalls at the district, so that's great news. We've done extensive roof repairs at multiple buildings, Spalding, Prairie Trail, Viking especially. Viking had an inside waterfall that we took care of, so that was exciting. We've gone through various HVAC issues that have addressed and are addressing at the buildings. Working through all those systems, making sure that everybody's as comfortable as we can try to make them with the time. We've just started our PM services for our HVAC units, so all our HVAC units at all the buildings will be, if they haven't already, they're getting all their filters changed out, so for improvement of air quality at all the buildings. We're continuing to work through the systems at each building. We've done quite a few exhaust system repairs for all the buildings to bring in fresh ventilation from the outside in, getting those units up and running that were not running
throughout the district. We've had some numerous door repairs at your buildings. Those of you that know that we've replaced those doors. We've had brand new doors and frames installed at your buildings as well. And we've done extensive repairs to some of your doors to keep those from sticking, so that way your students and staff can get out of their classrooms. Some of the damage we got from the storm was some slight flooding at Prairie Trail, but we were able to resolve all the issues there and get that up and running pretty successfully right away. We have gone through and done some minor painting in some areas throughout all the buildings that were a little bit in need of repair, so we've taken care of painting at some of your buildings. I know some of you have noticed them, and then others are, when you don't notice it, that means we're doing good, because then, we're keeping up on it. And then kitchen update, Prairie Trail kitchen update continues to move forward despite Mother Nature's storms, pushing back, but we're working through it. Crews are working on mechanical equipment inside of the building during these storms. They're installing new plumbing, piping to connect the existing building to the new building. They've recently installed the water heaters that were approved during the project, so they're working on those, making all the connections to the ductwork. We are working through some paperwork with the IEPA and local agencies for the connections that are needed for the water and sewer. That's being processed as we speak, and hopefully we will start seeing walls going up pretty soon. That'll be exciting, and we'll be able to share that. But right now, all the background construction work is happening, so it doesn't look like there's a lot visually happening. It's all in the background. Despite the weather, we're moving forward with all that. Any questions? Thank you.
In tech, we've been very, very, very busy. So we've been working on a network upgrade, but we ran across a couple hiccups, so we've taken care of those. But right now, we've finished 4 of the buildings, and we still have 2 left to do. The Chromebooks have been handed out, configured, and in the students' hands, so that was a big win. We are working on the remaining iPads, I believe, at Prairie Trail and kindergarten at River Trail. So once that should be done by tomorrow, so because we have testing next week, so we'll make sure it's ready for that. Teacher devices have been delivered, but it's still in the process of handing them out. This morning, we were at River Trail, handed out to the entire staff there, so we'll continue handing those out to the rest of the buildings. We've also been hit by a couple phishing attacks, so I will be working on sending new phishing emails out to train our staff on procedures and things to look out for. So other than that, we've just been chugging along and taking care of stuff. So.
All right, any questions?
Can you tell us about the Kagan training?
Yes, of course. Who would like to speak on that?
So the Kagan structures invited, it was really actually a recommendation by the principals. And so some of our principals have already been trained in those structures and their strategies. What they are is they are cooperative strategies, but they also are best practices to increase student engagement in the classroom. And that was the goal. And so when the students are engaged and when they are focused, then they have the structure and the executive functioning around them. They can then engage in the
Great.
it was
Thank
really
you.
great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for your reports.
All right. Okay, sounds good. And moving on, instructional priorities plan. So before I hand it over to, who's going to start? Mrs. Roshiger?
Tom, she wasn't.
Don already started twice. No, but before I hand it over to Mrs. Roshiger to speak about her instructional priorities plan, this takes place of the school improvement plans that we previously presented to the board. The template is new to make sure that we align the instructional priorities with the learning framework and the portrait of a graduate. So everything really that you see in those plans is specific to still adult action with the goals of what we want students to ultimately do with that. So with that said, I'm going to hand it over to Roshiger.
Thank you. Our instructional priorities plan at Spalding, we are still calling a SIP because it's the Spalding Instructional Priorities Plan. And it is a continuation of the work that we have been doing since we started the Illinois Quality Framework rubric 2 years ago, and a root cause analysis of the circumstances that led to our designation as a targeted designation. It was an opportunity for us to learn about our school and to develop approaches to addressing the needs of our students. So what I want to share with you today is that our instructional priorities plan is rooted in our belief that every student deserves access to grade level learning. And to make that a reality, we'll be equipping our teachers with the tools and practices to meet students where they are while keeping them moving forward towards essential learning goals in reading and math. Through short-term learning cycles, our highly effective teams, as part of our professional learning community, will plan, teach, assess, reteach, and extend learning based on individual students' needs. At the same time, we'll be building the self-regulation and sense of belonging that make learning possible by strengthening classroom communities through morning meetings and teaching self-regulation with the zones of regulation. We will be creating classrooms where every student is ready to learn, feels connected, and has the support needed to succeed. So this year, we are learning together, we are planning together, we are responding together, we are Spalding together.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, I'm on. At PT, we took a look as a building leadership team at our 5E survey, and what we found is universal design for learning, that was our focus last year, helped us with cutting down on the challenges for students, but now we're trying to build that back up and increase the amount of dialogue our students are having with each other by asking questions and using critical thinking. So in order to do that, we looked at the learning framework, and our focus will be creative and critical thinkers as well as thoughtful problem solvers by asking big questions of each other, investigating ideas, using evidence to back up their thinking, but also then embracing feedback and using that to persevere when they are brought with challenges, because we all know they exist. In order for our staff to do that, we are providing our Wednesday professional development and tightening up with our PLC teams so that teams are both planning together and responding together in ways that that action plan can actually happen with asking big questions. In addition, we're still providing teacher rounds to our teachers, as well as providing studio classrooms this year, which are kind of our work in progress, so teachers can learn from each other continuously, even if they're not in the teacher-owned process, as well as our coaching cycles. And then in SEL, we are building on what we've been working on, self-management, as we know, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. That's always going to be a thing for our students, but this year we're adding on to it as well by utilizing circles that you saw in the pictures, but also that have been a focus, and really getting kids to be able to regulate themselves, but also listen to each other without causing arguments. So you already have circles in place, and now we're just trying to tighten those up so that students can both share their opinions, but also feel like they can be listened to without it causing an argument. So we are continuing to provide support with teachers in that way, but we're trying to make it so that it's what our teachers have been focused on and adding to it from that point forward. That's very good.
Okay. I've written a lot of school improvement plans, and I will say that using the instructional priorities plan framework has been really positive in my eyes, and seeing how it all comes together. And if you haven't spent the time to look at the learning framework, I really do encourage you to do that. I wasn't a part of the group that made it, but when it was presented to us, I'm like, this makes perfect sense. And so I encourage you to take a look at it, what that is, and how it ties into the plans that we've made. And so the way that River Trail looked at it this year is we wanted to make sure that we were building upon more than just academic success. Obviously, that's very important, but we wanted to make sure that we're creating a community of learners who take ownership of their learning and are excited and engaged to come to school every day. Our educational and our academic goal go hand in hand, because we know that kids feel safe, they feel like they can take risks, that they're more likely to learn academically. So we want to put those two together. Our instructional priorities plan is grounded in fostering a strong sense of belonging while providing authentic, student-centered learning experiences that challenge students to think critically, explain their reasoning, and take academic risks. So you can kind of see how that safety plays into all of that. And then using the deeper learning frameworks like Marzano's 6 steps of academic vocabulary, thinking classrooms. We're creating collaborative learning environments where every student is empowered to grow and contribute to their own success. So we're going to do a lot of professional learning. Continuing with Marzano's, this will be our 3rd or 4th year focusing on vocabulary using Marzano. And then we're adding in building thinking classrooms, which one of our advanced math teachers started using last year after he went to the high school and saw them using it. And so it's trickling down into our school. And we've got kindergarten and 1st grade class teachers that are starting to use it. So we know that that discourse, that conversation that they're having is really building strong thinkers in our schools.
Okay. So the Viking School Improvement Plan or Instructional Priorities Plan, it kind of builds upon everything that's already been said, and it doesn't really matter the age of the student. New tools are kind of necessary to support them so that they can emotionally regulate and have conversations with each other and grow academically. So at Viking, we're going to help students better understand their emotions and learn the strategies to stay calm and become more independent. Specifically, we're going to give them an opportunity to use a menu of opportunities before they need to implement them, before they're dysregulated or they're having a moment in which they need to come back to the academic classroom. And in order to do that, we're working with the behavior facilitators, the social workers, but also with the what we've been focused on previously, responsibility-centered discipline, to have the conversations to support the students and give them the toolkit. In order to have the students utilize these strategies, we have to have them practicing in small groups before they have to utilize them to re-regulate, and also in small groups before they're utilizing it for academic content. We are also going to use those groups so that they can talk to each other academically and use the PLCs to model what we want students to be able to do so that they can deeply understand the content, they can collaborate, and they can become stronger independent learners. Our responsibility-centered discipline factors into our professional learning, as does the Kagan structures that we've been practicing at Viking, and really strengthening the professional learning communities so that they're content-based and the teachers are into each other's classrooms and involved in academic dialogue. So we're really excited for how all of the goals support each other and all of the instructional opportunities for professional development kind of support each other in the classroom and in the community.
All right. Thank you. Any questions, any comments? Thank
you, and thanks, Dr. Correa, for answering my question, which was the walkthrough data question. Appreciate that.
Yeah, there was a question earlier about walkthrough data, and I said, you know, those are that's data that we collect as administrators to make sure that the initiatives that we're putting in front of our staff are being implemented and kind of get feedback on that. So it's good. Yeah, thank you.
So yes, I did take the time to read them all. You did a great job.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. All right, moving on to new business. Mr. Da Costa?
Thank you, Dr. Correa. Today, we are recommending that the board approve a 1-year extension to the lease agreement with Midwest Transit Equipment for 19 school buses and 6 small passenger buses for the current school year. I want to give a shout out to Veronica, who is in the audience, who's our supervisor of transportation. She worked alongside me, and we did a lot of research about technology with buses. Since our last bus lease, there's been a lot of improvement when it comes to diesel busing, but none when it comes to internal combustion, regular gasoline engines. And in our research, it turns out that there is a new line of buses that is going to be coming out this current school year. And instead of us tying ourselves to old technology, we work with Midwest to extend our lease, kept cost at the same rate as the previous lease by extending it. So our operating cost for the buses doesn't go up, which is incredibly important. We don't get tied down to another lease with old technology, and it allows us to be ready for the new school year to take on these much more fuel efficient buses that are upwards of 20% in less burning of the gasoline, and therefore save us about 20% in fuel costs, especially with continued rising costs due to the what's going on in the Middle East. We thought it was the right decision to hold on and extend the current bus lease. But in order to do that, we do need board approval.
How old are the buses now?
This is their third year with us.
Okay.
What do we typically do? I mean, if the everything.
So historically, we've done either 3 or 2 year bus leases and then turn them over. The state is recommends up to 5 years, so we're well within that window. But the hope is to completely renew in the 27-28 school year, and making sure that comes with that newer technology without going. So all of the companies that we engaged with really were pushing that diesel. I know that our partners at Warren decided to take some of those diesel, but there's a lot of facility space that's needed, and the high school parking lot allows for storage of some of those chemicals to make sure that they're continued to be useful during the winter. Diesel buses don't start as well when the temperatures get into the negatives. We know that we didn't have any issues last winter, and our partner sadly did, and that's the gasoline approach. There isn't a higher cost on the front end because internal combustion gasoline engines do burn more gasoline than diesel, but with this new technology that is currently being put into school buses that are scheduled to come off the line, I think they said October, we are going to see some of those savings.
So we're thinking about going to diesel or staying with gas?
We're thinking about staying with gas. I think it's for the harsh winters that we see in northern Illinois, coupled with the fact that there is additional storage that is needed that we don't have the facilities to hold.
I think with the new technology and the gas saving measures, diesel is now more expensive than regular gasoline too. So the cost savings between the mileage that you get and the cost of gas is almost even, especially when it comes to buses that they run so much. But the main concern has been the winter months, because there were times where in the past, I remember, we couldn't get buses started, so we either had to cancel routes, combine routes, or make other decisions that we don't want to make at 4:30 a.m. Yes.
Is the plan, Martine, is next year to get them all brand new, so not this summer way.
Right.
We'll go. Any other questions? I need a motion.
I will. I move that the Board of Education approve a 1-year extension of the school bus and small passenger bus lease agreement with Midwest Transit Equipment for the 2026-2027 school year at a cost not to exceed $656,727 as presented by the administration.
Second.
Roll call. Aye.
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 All right.
No public comment?
No public comment? No.
All right, go ahead.
I move the Board of Education adjourn in open session and reconvene in closed session to discuss pursuant to 5 ILCS 122C1 personnel, 9 student discipline, 10 student information, 11 potential litigation, 21 discussion of minutes.
Second. Roll call. Aye.
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 All right.
Enjoy your evening. 5:45.
Not bad.
He outdid himself.
Not bad at all.
Just in time for regular dinner hour.
We get back to board policy next month, so don't get used to it. Yeah.
motion to approve the personnel recommendations?
I move the Board of Education. I move the Board of Education approve the personnel recommendations as presented by the superintendent.
Second.
Roll call, aye.
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 I need a motion to approve the closed session minutes from July 22nd.
I move the Board of Education approve the closed session minutes for July 22nd, 2026 as presented.
Second, roll call, aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
I need a motion to approve the review of the closed session minutes from January 2026 to June 2026.
I move that the record of the August 26th, 2026 meeting of the Board of Education indicates that closed session minutes from January 2026 through June 2026 were reviewed by the Board of Education and that all minutes continue to require confidential treatment.
Second.
Roll call, aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
We are done. Good night.
I move the Board of Education adjourn the 2026, August 2026 meeting of the Board of Education.
Second.
Roll call, aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.